Hello everybody, it's Big Al with some more content on War of Nova. So I'm going to be doing quite a bit on this stream today. Let me start some units and let's get cracking. So one of the first things we're going to be doing is uh, we are going to be sieging Gamma, I believe it is. Yep, we'll be doing that in 10 minutes. I am also going to show some tips on leveling. So, I need to take a second and I need to post the Discord link or the stream link into Discord. And okay, there we go. So, one of the first things to do when you're leveling is you want to get a bunch of bigger tiles close together. So I have been leveling Emberhelm. Well, I've been doing it on and off all season. But as you can see, I got a 260 there. I got two 230s here. I got a 300 here. I got a 260 here. So what you'll do is just pretty much release and retake. I've already done a little bit this morning, so I only got a little bit of uh, fuel left. Speaking of Sylph leveled, because I had Sylph doing war games. War games on a 300, everything boosted. You're pretty much, it kind of becomes a waste at around level 35 or so. And I gotta be careful to watch the time because we are hitting Gamma at 20 UTC. Let everyone know in game that I am live now. And we'll see how many of them show up. I got some battle arena going on that I'm going to show as well, but that's going to be after the siege. Those warnings aren't always accurate, by the way. So I'm taking that one, and this one should be just released. Doo-ba-doo. So yeah, like I said, on this, I generally am releasing all four of these and just going one at a time and taking them back. Okay, there's that. I have my siege units. So here's another thing. If you have siege officers, let me show you on Dread. Okay, on him, Syracil, she says Arco Strike Craft Siege +4 because I have it augmented one time. This does not matter. It's on all strike craft. It's not specific race specific. Same thing with the one on Elizabeth. Hers says, which one is it? Eldarin. It doesn't matter. It works on all of them. And let me show you really quick. Where is Dread on the lineup? Okay, if you can see here, dredge does 4,032. Now let me take and remove her, unassign. And this is one of the great things I love about the devs on this game. They got the siege calculator right. And see, it's down at 3528. So I'm getting an extra 5 just from 500 siege just from using this. I wish I could refine both of them more, but it is what it is. And it's great because you can change the augmentation on the fly. Yeah, some of this counterattack, there's ways to stack counterattack, which is going to be interesting. So, as you can see, Emberhelm took that, no problem. We'll take the 300. Hopefully there's no corruptors, so there's no losses. I do have, oh, Dark Fang. I have Dark Fang here to help with the defenders. So, where are we at? We are at 55. How long is my march time for Dark Fang? 1:14. Okay, so I got time before I have to send. So, as you can see, I have 11 ships here. I filled the ones that I could with my siege units, which are light strike craft. As you can see, I got quite a few filled. And then I have a couple sitting here empty. Just have one broadsword and one claymore, and then I will fill them as I run out of stamina on the other ones. I've just started leveling up my siege units to claymores. Been switching them over from broadswords. Hello, Abraham. Thanks for coming. I said it earlier. Going to be sieging Gamma here in a couple minutes. I'm giving tips on leveling ships. I'm giving arena tips. A bunch of different things. Quick reboot. Get a bunch of bigger tiles close together, and then just release and recapture, which I already just recaptured this one. The support officers that give siege bonus, they say that they are for a specific race like Eldarin Strikecraft or Arco Strikecraft. The race specific does not work, so it's giving all Strikecraft siege boost. And I got an echo going on, at least on my end. Okay, that's fixed. 3 minutes till that. Come on. Fly faster, Emberhelm, because I will have to switch the support officer to Darkfang for the hit. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. So one good thing about setting the expiration timer on your announcements, so this timer is gonna be exactly 20 UTC. So you can time it off of this. You could go in here and time it off of this, but it's helpful to have it in more than one place. I mean, that was one of the good things that Rise to War had, was they had the UTC timer down here. Yeah, I didn't think so. I just want to get the siege underway. Be able to get I'm close enough to where I should be able to refill my empties for the siege. I hope more people brought their, let me guess, people are hitting early. Well, maybe not. And right there. Should be right on time. As soon as Ember Helm hits, I will switch that over. Angus, my man, it's good to see you. I wasn't sure if you were going to be here or not. Merry Christmas to you as well, and to everybody that's watching. Wasn't sure if this was going to be too late for you or not. Come on, Ember, take that 300. And oh, I caused it to draw. That's not good. Bet you I hit a corruptor. Because I am multitasking. Yep, he hit a corruptor. That sucks. Corruptors hurt so bad. I wonder if I'm going to get double corruptors. But anyways, it is what it is. I'm going to show you some tips on the arena as well. Angus, thank you so much. Always appreciate the tip. And very, very nice of you. One thing that I am going to do on my next live stream, which will probably be this weekend, if not this weekend, Monday at the latest, I am going to be giving away some gold packs. Really? He drew on the first one? Look at that. That's horrible. Okay. We got 34. Whose is that? Okay. That's kind of cool that it's just hovering around. I do like some of these graphics. I think it's great. I still can't believe I hit the corruptor. Damn it. As long as it's not double corruptors on that 300, I'll take it. And down to 8. Somebody's using a Yeti. Of course it's Yeti using a cryptic. Striker's moving in. Who else is moving in? Striker's moving in. Populous. Alright, let's see. Angus. Even though I just said hi to you and thanked you for your super chat, I'll say it on the game too. Come on, kill these guys so I can start sieging. So there's a couple ways. I'm not going to do it too efficiently. I'm going to just kind of send everybody because I want to empty their troops and reinforce the other ones. But I do have a couple siege officers. One is on Dread. One will go on Radiant as soon as I'm able to send. People do get too impatient. Yes, they caused a draw here. Just let them finish their draw. They'll kill the armies then, hopefully. What is the march time for these guys? Where's Radiant? Okay, so I'm going to have to wait a second. Go back to Ember. I love being able to change officers on the fly. Yeah, I figured I would hop on a live stream before Christmas and get some of this going. Well, I mean, why not? Okay, those people are going to be able to kill them. So let's start sending Valkyrie. Like I said, I'm not going to take the time and switch my siege officers in between each ship. I just don't got that in me this morning. I did find out though on a crossing that even being kind of far away from my base and having, say, um, a 23-minute reinforced time, that I am able to do about 250,000 siege damage. And that was when I had just broadswords, not the claymores, which do more. Do I have anybody else full? Nope. Okay. As soon as Emberhelm hits, I am going to be switching and putting the siege officer on Radiant. Okay, he drew again, so he probably got double corruptors. Augment, change, and put on siege. And you're going to want to do, if you're doing it like me where you have a bunch of different siege, but you only have two siege officers, you want the siege officers going on the ones that have the most units. Ouch! I don't know if I'm going to finish that or not. Because that hurt. Double corruptors hurts on a 300. And that one's done. I do like this graphic of sieging a keep station a lot better than Rise to Wars. Abraham, which big update? How's it going? Hi, 91. Glad you're here. Oh, I don't know if I finished my train of thought, but on the next stream I am going to give away some gold. I am going to buy a couple people a couple $5 packs of gold. Or maybe I'll do a one $10 one and one $5 one. But yeah. And next time what you'll have to do is you'll just have to show up in my live stream and you'll have to say hi, and as long as you were in the live stream and said hi, you will be in the drawing. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, we're down 16% first round. Do hate the March time, so. Okay. Time to start sending them for another march. I do have Hammerhead here. I put him there for a backup, and don't do what I did. Don't siege with your main ships. But I know I'm not going to be on much after the live stream, so I don't need his stamina. And after Radiant hits, I gotta switch that officer back to Emberhelm so he can finish that second hit. Hopefully he takes that 300. 300 hit me harder than normal. Or the Corruptor hit me harder than normal. Okay, that's all of them. Although, I don't think we're going to end up having to switch them out. Is that what they fixed follow up? Is that what they've last little 2 minute 2 megabyte fix was? Follow up. Okay, so here's a reading of what the patch notes says from the Discord. Follow-up abilities should now properly perform a standard attack, causing any abilities triggered from a standard attack to trigger a second time. So that's going to be awesome. They fixed Hallowed. A couple issues on him. They fixed Dark Fang so that his combat logs look better and that the ability applies the correct modifier. They did some changes to Ominous. They did some changes to Cryptic. They did some changes to Tyrant. And I swear they're putting out patch notes at different patch fixes at least once or twice a week. So it's kind of nice. And some of them they fix they don't even tell us about. But follow up will be huge. Evade is going to be just completely change the game. Oh crap! Too late. I was reading and I just died on that 300. Once they fix the evade, that's going to be huge. I think that brings some ships into play. It will also make some ships even less usable for PvP. Sylph is one that I can't wait for evade to work because what is it? Is it this one? Nope. Yeah, one unit evade next damage. Here's a skill to evade all strike craft or allied strike craft with the lowest defense. If you're mono stacking, you're going to get 75% chance to evade all damage from the next 4 attacks. So, yeah, I really think Sylph can do something. Yeah, I'm not even going to have to switch out my siege, I don't think. They fixed the counterattack skill to work correctly. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be stacking. I forget who it was that found it to where they ended up getting counterattack stacking like a bunch of times in a report. I don't remember who it was. And us players, we know there's still a lot of bugs in this game, but they're fixing them. If we report them and they find that it's an actual bug, they will fix it. Just takes time because there's a lot. I think what happened was that they released the game too early. They made it public too early. They should have done a little bit more checks for bugs and glitches before they released. But at least we're getting a lot of them fixed before Rise to War shuts down. Oh, it was you? How many total counterattacks did you get in one report? Or in one hit, I should say. Was it 4? Let me make sure. Radiant has the siege. Yep. I can't believe Emberhelm died. I can't even remember the last time he died on a tile. And I hate that he died. I can't speed up his march. Anyways, let's take a look at something. I'm up to 5,000 siege on my Radiant. I'm happy with that. Where is Dread? I think Dread was doing 4,000. Eh. And I like how I shouldn't say I like, but yeah, he's up to 4,000. It's kind of funny how even the mail messages, combat reports mess up. There should be no reason why those two are stacked together, or like this one, they are all stacked together. I mean, if you could figure out a way to make it so that, say, like Siege on a keep, you do the drop down menu for a constant hit on that, that would be kind of cool. Instead of individual reports, make them all stacked. Look at all these ships, guys. This is going to be fun when once we get a little bit more players. Sure, go ahead. Yes, you are doing damage. 2,500 is okay. Radiant, if you're using Radiant and you're only getting 2,500, no. Let me show you something. Like here's Valkyrie, okay? I'm using broadsword, a mix of broadswords and Claymores? Yeah, Claymores, because they're the best siege for Vanguard. I'm doing 1800 with this ship. And you should only be you should be using every ship that you don't use to take tiles for siege. I mean, I have all these empties here for when these guys run out of fuel, but we're at 50% already. I don't think I'm going to have to change. Remember, when you're doing siege, you want light strike craft. And I'm going to go into Y here in just a second. I just want to make sure I got everybody flying that needs to. Radiant was the last. Okay, so the reason you use light strike craft is your supply limit. Let's go into here. Okay, so like right here with these daggers, you get 100 units for 100 supply because command per unit is 1. Okay, so I'm giving 100 ships and they're doing 13 siege. So that would be 1300 siege per 100 units. Okay, now if we go over here to medium, see there's 2. So out of 100 supply, you'd only have 50 units. And they're doing 16 siege, but you only have 50 units. So that would be 800 siege per hit if you had 100 troops on there. See how light troops are better? And then like with Vanguard, you go up with the siege count on your light strike craft. The best in the game is Werewolves from Ogrox. Right here, see, light strike craft, command per unit, and it does 20. So that's going to do 2,000 per 100 troops that you have on there. So werewolves are the best. I think there might be one more that's with them that has the same siege count. Still can't believe my Emberham died. Oh, 49 minutes. That's going to be rough. But at least that was my second go around. I didn't have much stamina yet left. We'll see if somebody ends up taking that, which I will not be happy about. I'm also going to be trying to do a couple different things. Oh, so don't look at him. See, like Valkyrie did 1800, Loki did 1600, so 2500 you're doing good, you know. And I leveled up all my ships to around level 20. So these are my main. Emberhelm, Darkfang. I'm trying to level up Cypher, Hammerhead, and Sylph if we have any time for PvP. But if you look at all my other ships, all these ships are strictly for siege. I leveled them up close to level 20 so that they'd have more units on them. I mean, I even got Radiant Dread. I leveled them up more because they have the boost to siege. Um, Cyclops are good, other than race specific ships. And what I mean by that is like certain ships give boost to certain race strike craft. I like the Morning Stars better than the Cyclops because on the Morning Stars they give you an extra 350 defense. It's 300 plus 350 defense and minus 10% damage received. On the Cyclops, it's minus 15%, I believe, if you're level 10. If your squadron is level 10. It's an extra 5%, but I believe that 350 defense works out to be more than 5% reduction. But also saying that, let me show you something else that I like. I like, what are they? I'm having a mind fart. I can't think about them. So for the tier two heavies for Vanguard are the Warhammers. Okay, and they just give an extra minus 10% at if your squadron's level 10. Okay. Now if you go to Ograx at their tier 2 heavy unit, it's going to give you minus 15%. Oh, I'm only at level 4, but it'll give you minus 15%. So I think the tier 2, the Chimeras, are better than the Vanguard tier 2 Warhammers. But I like the Morning Stars better than the Cyclops. Because again, that's going to be minus 15%, and this is just the provoke um, for the enemy standard attacks for the first 3 rounds, which Morningstar has the same skill. But I like that extra defense from the Morningstars. See here it's 300, but or is it 325 or 350 at level 10? But I like that extra defense. I think that extra defense ends up coming out more than the extra percentage. But I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know anybody that's gotten the stats yet of how much defense equates to percentage. Like, is it 25 defense added defense equals minus 1% damage? The Morning Stars aren't activating the 10% reduction. Are you sure? Um, Let me find. Here, let's go here. Combat logs. Corruptor, Vanguard, okay. Stun immunity. Damage, okay. Damage reduction from close range, that's not it. It's taken. Get behind me is okay. That's a plus 300 damage. Corrupted Morning Stars. You're right, because it should have went up in pre-battle right next to the plus defense. Unless is activating, but it's just not showing up on the report, which that does happen sometimes because the reports are still funky. Oh, Abraham, you are probably my new best friend because I'm going to have to get that reported ASAP. Yeah, because for the Warhammers, right here, heavy plating. So I guess right now, then the Cyclops are working better as long as both of those are activating. Holy shit. We destroyed this station. I will say one thing. No matter what happens, the march times are worse on this for keeps because look, it took us 23 minutes to kill this keep. Maybe I can get last hit. I wish there was the reports of how much siege everybody did and everything like that. I miss that from Rise to War because that was a good gloating. Eclipse ship is that? Some we don't know like how much of the reports are accurate, if certain things aren't showing or what. Yeah, defense is only good against physical, which is standard damage in this game. I mean, energy and all that's gonna hurt. But that's also why I am using her for the energy damage reduction. I mean, I got nothing for radiation or thermal, but energy is more common than those other ones. Let me go back in here. Because on if it works properly. Oh, yeah, because if it works properly, you got damage received, which works against all damage. And Cyclops is the same thing. I mean, I get what you're saying that it kind of depends on who you're fighting, but standard damage is more prominent in this game. Just like Rise to War, physical damage was more prominent. But that's also why when energy damage does happen, you have an energy commander that's loaded up, you will do a lot more damage. Did I get last hit? Did I get last hit? Nope. Damn. I don't think. 1668. Yeah, no, I didn't get last hit. Oh well. Okay, so we did the siege. I don't think I have anything to do now, really. I'm just trying to level up some of my commanders. One of the problems I'm having, might as well send everybody home. Um, well, my siege, anyways. One of the problems I'm having is the challenges. So I do have a tip for people on the challenges, which is going to be a little rough since my Ember Helm is going to take a while to reinforce. But you're going to want to use all of your gear when you're setting up your arena. Oh, hold on. Before I get into the arena thing, you're using Eclipse. Eclipse. Is that an Eldarin? Which Eclipse? Oh, you're talking about Eclipse. Oh, ship. Eclipse, I don't think is good for PvP. Where are we at? Let's take a look at the Eclipse. I don't think I've actually ever looked inside. 40 to all enemies. Okay, that's kind of a nice skill. Deals damage. Okay, regular. So you're looking at standard damage. Okay, that's going to be a one pointer to inflict stun. Okay, so that's going to be a 75% chance if that's leveled out. Um, Damage received, standard damage. Okay. I mean, I see a couple things so far. The evade's nice. Up there's nice. Damage over time. Hmm. Chain reaction. That's going to be an interesting skill. Inflicts damage over time that deals 10% damage for 2 rounds. So it triggers on 1. It's going to hurt you on round 2, 3. Trigger on 4, 5, 6. Trigger on 8, 9. Okay, so it actually hits you 6 rounds. Interesting. Allied close range strike craft recover 20% hit points. Okay. I mean, there's a couple interesting things on Eclipse I see. Eclipse is okay for PvP. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things. You got the evade. I I really like this skill. You got a stun over here. You got damage increased. Um, I think you need the heal though. I think if you could get to the heal, because these are kind of dumb skills. I don't like these to enemy long range strike craft. I don't really like that skill. I mean, this is okay, but I'd rather have that heal than that. Less points wasted. I thought Max, when you do this, okay, let's read the skill closely. Against two enemy strike craft, deals 10% standard damage once and inflicts stun for 1 round. So no matter what, as long as you have 1 point in here, you are going to inflict that stun. It's not a percentage chance or anything like that. It's a 100% you're going to inflict stun for 1 round on rounds 3, 6, and 9. So you literally only need 1 point in there. I mean, it's 10% damage, so at max it's going to do 100%. That's not that great. I mean, even this, at max it's going to do 130% damage, which isn't that great. Now, this one is a different story because even though it's only 10% maxed out, it's going to be 100%. You're you're hitting 100% damage in 6 total rounds. In 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. So that's okay. But overall damage, he doesn't have that much damage. I mean, this is going to be a nice normal attack deal, 40% damage to all enemies. If that goes up by 40% each time, which I don't think so, because then you're talking 600% damage to all enemies, that's a huge amount of damage. Normal attacks now deal radiation damage. Abraham, normal attacks now deal radiation damage. Okay, is that normal attacks for both the ship and the strike craft? Like I said, this ship is one that I'm not too familiar with. So, but that's a good question. Does that go to all strike craft and the ship? Oh, okay. It stacks to 75% full. Okay. So it goes up by 5% each time. But still, that's 75% additional damage to all enemies. Okay, it's just the ship. They need to change the wording on this because even strike craft have normal attack. Because when it goes to counterattack, it says informed a counterattack that does X amount of normal damage or things like that. That's one of the issues I have with this game is wording on a lot of ships. Okay, I got 32 minutes on Ember Helm. So we are going to try something. I'm having issues with my challenges. Okay, I can't get through the Unreal. Okay, the second set of Unreal, I can only get a couple of them with my Ember Helm. Last time I tried it, Ember Helm was level 46. Now he's 48 or 49. So I am going to try it again with him. But I want to try with Cypher. One of the things I'm going to do is I am going to break down all my gear and put everything into a set for Cypher. I think he had, yep. Because I don't have to worry about PvP at this moment, so. because you can break down everything. Oh, come on. And it doesn't cost anything. You can do this all the time, and it is great. Inventory, enhance, and then unassigned crew. Okay, I'm going to do it the other way. Make it faster. Enhance, unassign. And this is also something to do for when you're setting up your arena. Put all your gear into one set, whoever you're going to use for your arena. And then once you assign, it's locked in. You could break down the gear, everything like that, but it's locked in for arena. See, here's the gold officer that I've been using, which I like. But maxed out purple ends up being more. I really want to finish my what's it called? Um, my challenges. I want all the schematics I can get stocking up for when they end up um, putting a exchange in the game. Okay, so everybody's broken down. Let's build a cipher. Yeah, like Emberhelm is awesome for PvE. Anything PvE, Emberhelm is awesome. Um, but yeah, those the second part of those um, Unreal is just nuts. Okay, so I have options. I mean, I could use this for the stun immunity, but I'm looking for power, which is probably going to be Phoenix. What is he? I mean, he's got more elemental. She's got more power, but I don't have any refines for her. And I mean, I could use one of the like him, but then I'm only enhancing him one level. So, Cypher. Let's see. Close range damage received. Damage received for Terra. Long range damage received. Every 2 rounds, one allied strikecraft damage dealt plus 5%. See, there's the thing I'm not sure on. Okay, you got this damage dealt plus 5%. It would be go on the Morning Stars because a solo stacked right now for PvE. Or do I do the damage reduction? I think I gotta do the damage reduction because most of my power is going to be coming from. Most of my damage will be coming from Cypher, and I'm looking for early round. So I'm literally just going to put everybody that's not Phoenix inside, and then I'll break it down again later after I'm done with the challenges. I don't know if Cypher level 40 is big enough to do the Unreal challenges. I'm also going to go over the map here in a second. I'll probably do that in between. Okay, I don't have enough to go up another level. Unless I use some Phoenixes. Let's do the augments first. Okay. And I had 2 extra over there, and I'm going to have 1 here, so that's 3. So I don't have enough to give her 4 stars. Okay, next. Yeah, M13. Mine's R5. I'm pretty sure Angus's is Mastery level 3. Okay. So, let's see. We got this one. I got this one too, but normal attack. Defense minus 5%. Damage dealt minus 6% to the enemy. Damage dealt for close range. Physical damage ignores enemy defense, and that's the one I usually use. I'm not done going through the ship, or the officers though. Um, let's see. Power initiative. He's got close range damage, ignores enemy defense. So the question is, how important is the initiative? But I also think I'm going to get initiative on the engineering. I mean, there's another one, but no refines. This skill, I'm not sure how good it is. When attacked by enemy standard attack in range, counterattack and deal 15% damage. But then it says close range strikecraft, normal damage dealt minus 50%. That's a lot of damage reduction. Damage dealt reduction. Every round terror strikecraft, damage dealt. And then that's the same thing. Initiative for Arcos, no. I got this guy that does power, but he does health. And he does Ograk Strikecraft, damage dealt. But I get a lot more power from him. And then this guy's power, this gives initiative, physical damage. This is the skill to have right here. But is that X normal? Attack against target. Abraham, what's your choice on these two? Axle or Void? Axle, I will get a lot more refines. Void, I will only get one refine, so that will go up to 53%. That's the question. I mean, I'll get more power, more refines from Axle. Void, I get this skill, and I get some initiative. I just don't know on these two. I don't like that I'm only getting two refines, but that also means I should be able to get 4 or 5 stars. At least 323 inch. I'm at 280. So I guess you're saying I should go with Void. Screw it. I'll try it. And I like how you're specific on 323. Let's see if I can get 5 stars. Yeah, I got quite a few of these, but they're race specific. The Elfarian. What is that stat? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I need 2 more. Yes, Angus, power and initiative. Epic ships are 322. Okay. That's one thing I haven't checked is the kind of a baseline number. Because I've been waiting for reports to get more of the bugs out. Okay, and then this one's most likely going to be Sarah. I can't get any refines, but it gives me that initiative and power. Because like here, I'm giving too much of this to elemental. I mean, I would get more power, but I also have Sydney, power initiative, and then it's minus energy damage. I have him, thermal damage, but that's kind of specific for trying to do these challenges. But it is more power and defense. It's a little bit more power. I got him that's all, which is a mix. Do I do one of these to give me ship power? 6655. That's 775. That's unit initiative. Yep, I'm going with him. Like you said, initiative with her. Oh, wrong one. And I think I can get her to 4 stars. So, I need some ideas on the next live stream I do, either this weekend or next Monday at the latest. I am going to be giving away some gold. I'm going to be buying some gold for some people. It's going to be either 3 of the $5 gold packs, or it's going to be one of the $10 gold packs and one of the $5 gold packs. That being said, I'm originally just saying you have to be on the live stream. Well, I'm trying to think of maybe do one of the giveaways just for being there, and then one of the giveaways for some kind of reason. Whether it's answer a question right. So, damaged gives more power, but the unit health doesn't really help, and that damage doesn't really help. Yeah, I'll go with Elizabeth. What's an idea for like a contest or something? I know Randy did. He asked some questions about old videos, or he had you pick a number. Wait a second, did I just put her in herself? Okay, no, I didn't. This is something I'm kind of trying around. I really don't know if Sylth or Cipher at level 40 is strong enough to do these. And I don't have enough for, yeah. Now we go augment, and I can augment twice. So that's what I come up with for my power. Initiative's only 308 though. And that's with doing some initiative there and doing initiative here. That's a little rough. So I'm not even seeing, well, You'd have to have some gold officers. I don't have any. That's my problem. I mean, do I go here for the extra power and the extra damage? And say forget the initiative since I'm only at 308? Brother K's, hi. Nice to see you, buddy. Let's try it out this way. I can always change it to that gold. Cipher, okay. I am on the second batch of the Unreals. So when you're doing the challenge, it is live action, meaning however your ship is built at that moment is what it takes. Oh, and I only got the level 2s on there. The tier 2 units. I might have to switch to the Morning Stars. What a surprise. I hate Mjolnir. See, I'm not doing nothing to him. Yeah, Abraham does have quite a bit of knowledge. There's just certain things I haven't messed with yet that I should. Let's check him out. How did he do against Hammerhead? Yeah, my Ember Helm does better. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it with Ember Helm. But I got 14 minutes. No. Angus, on some of them, yes, but if you look here, it has your requirements. Even though you draw, does not mean you always win. You have to win by a certain percentage. And this one is enemy command loss, first player command loss. You have to have less than 30 command difference for shits and giggles. Try it one more time. I'm going to go through and assign um, Emberhelm to the arena, and I'll try Emberhelm on these again too. Brother Kays, I'm not sure how long you were in here before you said hello, but I'm going to pop it out to you too because you're a regular here. Next, uh, next live stream, I'm going to give away $15 in gold. It's either going to be three $5 packs or it's going to be one $10 pack and one $5 pack. So, one of them is going to be just anyone that says hi in the live stream will be in the drawing. But about the second drawing or the third drawing, what kind of contest could I have? Yeah, he's only got 49. Okay, it looks like I'm going to. You know what? I'm going to assign him to the battle arenas and see if I get how he does. So, now that I'm assigning, it's taking him as he is. The troops and everything. But even if I remove his troops in live, this will stay the same. Let's check how it does. Yeah, it's just a certain percentage you have to have. I like how when you time scale it up, it's still really slow. Not like the challenges. Okay, I died versus Sylph. Yeti. Of course it's Yeti. So this is what I'm talking about. I think Yeti. Damn, he's level 50? Good job, Yeti. Yeah, you see this? Why would they make two officers that look so closely alike? Aren't having so many ships that look alike are enough already? Okay, he's got confusion. Okay, damage dealt, damage received, and to ignore enemy evasion, which at this moment doesn't help. And he's using sorcerers and harpies. Okay. See, I kind of had the same idea, but I don't wouldn't use the harpies because right here you have this chance for follow up. So you're kind of getting a redundancy where they shouldn't give you 3 attacks per round. Okay, I guess I got to rebuild gear for Ember Helm. But first, let's take a look at the map. I said I was going to do that earlier, but I kind of forgot. Okay, as you can see, we're just moving up here. Hey, look, here's Nova. We are close. You got Arcos over here that have fought some Terra. You got some fighting up here with Vanguard. I wish these pins stayed longer too. They remove after a couple hours. Okay, you got Stonar and Ograx. Got a little Tyrannus in there. Okay. Locke looks like they're a little bit more active this season, which is good. Everyone's fighting, and we're here bored, just taking stations. And here's Nova. We're almost there. Let's take a look at the leaderboards. We are hoping so. I mean, I'm not. I'm not in charge of anything. I'm not in the strategy part. But I mean, you have this that opens up the crossing over here somewhere. That opens up after level 10, which is 6 days from now. Okay, so if we were to go here, theoretically, Arcos might pull in here. Ograx might start making their way in here. I'm not sure about Stonar. So, and even if not, I mean, we could go this way and fight Stonar and Ograx. You know, we kind of have left this as a boundary and haven't touched Arcos or anything because they were going this way. So, I don't know. Maybe we fight Arcos over here if we go in here and try to stop them getting the Nova. I don't know. I really don't know the situation, but I'm really hoping there's some PvP. But I've been able to level up, well, kind of level some ships and mess around with things. Fortunately, I need things a lot higher than they are to mess around accurately. See, this is my Silth. I got the Morning Star, I got Alchemist, and I got Ravens on it. Which he's going to start leveling here. Which is one thing. I like this group of tiles here. Two 200s, 230s. Because Cypher and Sylph at this moment don't do that great on tiles. But they're smaller enough to where I can just release them and just keep taking them. Let's go into the leaderboards. Well, thank you, Angus, but I want to try to get a couple more people following the live streams. We need to get our community supporting each other. Like, I will always go on to Randy's live streams, at least to say hi, get his numbers up, you know. I broadcast, I post my videos and my live streams in a lot of Discord channels. Videos, make sure that I'm liking every video that any of the other um, content creators are making for War of Nova, so that hopefully YouTube starts spreading all of our content to a bigger audience. Because, yes, we expect a lot of people coming from Rise to War, but we also need everyday players that aren't from Rise to War, just regular players. We need them too. So you got RZK Captain, First, Valar, Asmael, whatever that is. APK, wow. But I think he or she is pretty lonely over in Tyrannus. Isaac is up in 7th. Hanky is in ninth. As you can see, I'm in 47, so I'm not doing bad. But I also haven't been trying to farm. I've been pathing a lot. I did a test on a crossing. I can do about 250,000 siege damage if I'm being efficient and switching my officers. Silk's up to 25. Top guilds. CMPS, no surprise there. You got us. You got Bitch, Hive Mind, Zoro, Jedi Lock, Frog, Fire, Ben, Dova, Space Dwarfs, Nova Gamers, Boop, Ring. Here was another content creator that was in Rise to War, Tharshi. I'm not sure if he's going to be making videos on Nova yet or not. And then you got a couple individual players. Damn, you got a lot of individual players going in there. Arcos, at Ograx, Eldarin, the top three. I mean, Arcos obviously because CMPS, and plus they just have so much land. Ograx did a nice job though. Vanguard is in 4th. They did really good considering they kind of got trapped in. You're in Ograss. You've been fighting Arcos most of the time. It's been dope because not a lot of action, but I'm still on the board. That's always good. 4 rankings. You got Commander Candy in 1st. Asmael close behind. I mean, that's not too bad. Big jump to 3rd though. Cersei up here in 7th. Go through the top 20, and as you can see, I'm unranked. We just haven't had any fights yet. Just the arena, which I really hope we get some fighting. But there's the other thing. We don't know when this season's going to end. Let me go back to the map for a second. I mean, Vanguard, all they can fight is really Arcos. I don't know if there is a crossing up here. Is there? Oh, there is a crossing up here for them to get to Ograx. Okay. I did like that they opened up these. They made them so they weren't one way for this season. But yeah, I want, because this doesn't really tell us. It just says, but and this is inaccurate because we're doing the short season. But I'm hoping they extend it to a week so this goes, because I think the end of the 3rd week is probably like 5 or 6 days from now. But I hope they let the server go until the 1st of the year. You know, maybe like the 2nd or the 3rd. So it gives a few more days. We can get all these done. Okay. I need to rebuild gear for Emberhelm. Because 40 Silt is, Cypher is just not strong enough. Zoro trapped them. You know, a lot of people are kind of complaining about the short season, but I think it's a lot better because think of all the fixes that have been made because of this short server. And then you also have um, everybody that's new that's going to be coming so that we can start the server together, which would be good because a lot of them will come in here and spend. We all know that. But did I already break down whoever that? Well, race specific officer. Um, where we can all play together, teach them. I think it'll be good. I'm really looking forward to this fantasy skin thing. How great is that going to be that you can choose whether you pick on fight on land or in air? And then the question becomes, um, can you switch back and forth at will? Angus, good night, my friend. Sleep well. Merry Christmas to you. I'm not sure how much I'll be online the next couple days with Christmas here. So, but Merry Christmas to you. And if I don't talk to you, I'm sure I'll talk to you within the next few days, like normal. Likely a week or two in the gym. I think that'd be great. It gives them time because I really want this fantasy skin. I think that's going to help grow this game a lot as well. Okay. For Emberhelm, I am looking for power and elemental. So there is some guys from Rise to War that don't like this game, and a lot of it has to do with the space theme, which is why they're doing the fantasy thing. Um, so I have this one for the stun immunity, and then I got her that gives power elemental, energy damage, and then I got her. So, do I go with Morgan for the stun immunity, or do I go C99 for the energy damage? 5 and 5 power. That gives more. I'm just going to do that. We'll put everything into her. Because I'm setting her up for to do the Ember Helm to do the arena, to assign to the arena, and then I'm also going to do the challenges. I love my Ember Helm. I just wish certain areas were better. Augment. And for some reason, I was thinking mine had confusion immunity. I really did. Okay, so we got Phaedra, and this one would be power and elemental. It would give me this, but I don't like that. I would be able to refine it twice. I've been using I've been using this one for the extra energy damage. Gives me a lot of elemental. Yep, so it's gonna stay with this guy with the extra energy damage. Yeah, I mean, don't worry about it. If you can only augment it a couple times, it's something is better than nothing. Because when it does fire off, if it fires off on the right instance of damage, then you're golden. I mean, I think 16%, like with no uh, augments, then I wouldn't use the confusion immunity. I don't think it's a high enough percent to make a difference. But once you get up to I mean, even 33% is okay, I guess. But once you get up to 50%, yeah, definitely use it. Ooh, oh, I am at 5 stars already. I didn't realize it. Then I got to augment twice, which gets me to an additional 80% energy damage. Now, if only I had enough officers just to keep it like this. Okay, I have this one. Gives me both power elemental and initiative in unit defense. You got defense plus 5%. I think that's the skill. Or I got this one, which I think I would probably use that one. I have her. She gives me more power, but she gives me this energy damage reduction. You got him. So the question really is, do I want the energy damage done? It'll be 20 minus 20%, or I can go with him and just get the close range. But he also gives me initiative. So does she. She gives me the same stats. And this will refine twice. So it's 3%. Yeah, I'm going with him. I miss doing gear videos for Rise to War. I love doing the videos. It's like a big puzzle. I was always good at them. And I think the gear in Rise to War is a lot easier to do than it is with these officers because they have the different skills. And I can only refine twice, so I'll have an extra one anyways. So there we go. 4 stars. And 2 augments. And then we know we're going over here and going to Elizabeth that gives me the heal. I mean, but she does straight. Nope, I'm going to go with Lisa because it's straight elemental, which I'm low on. I have quite a bit of power for this ship. Put everything I got. Which isn't much. I need more support officers. I don't even know what I want. If I want more support officers or more ships, which one's more important to me? Yeah, if you make that list, bud, about for all the list for all the skills and easier ways to understand it, I will, if you want me to, or if you'll allow me to, I'll make a video on it and I'll explain it all. So I have made my Ember Helm. I have put all I could into my officers, and at this point he is full. And here's another thing: these matter. So I have it set up now for XP, for war games and everything like that. and then movement and reinforce, just because of where I was at. But I am going to reset this, and you can reset your abilities once every 24 hours. So I am going to put everything I can into the increases for the elemental, the power, and more ship initiative. Ha! I should have done this with the cipher, but I still wouldn't have been that great. So there's that. I'm not worried about those. I don't even know where to put the other skills at this moment. How many I got? 17. I'm going to put it in here because I'm still leveling. And then XP game. Okay. So now that I have my ring abilities for the fighting maxed out, I have my gear set maxed out highest I can for Ember Helm. I have Ember Helm full of troops. Now I'm going to go ahead and assign him in the battle arena. And he will stay like that. And as you see, this one still has the old Ember Helm, level 46. So let's go down to Ember Helm. And now he is assigned to the arena. Thank you, Brother Kays. Yeah, I love my Ember Helm. Like, there's some fights that I'm going to get my ass kicked no matter what. But very much surprised me on a lot of the different ships that I'm hitting and causing draws or that I'm beating. So I think Ember Helm is the best rare ship. A lot of people are going to say Cipher because of the power, but since they made it so that he works the way his skills are skills say, he's not as powerful. Okay, Apollo with a moon veil. Let's look at the report. Okay, 42 moon veil. That's why. Because of the levels. I mean, look at his gear. His gear is a lot better than mine. So that's why I beat him, was because of that level, and that's it. I'm not even sure on the build on the moon veil. See on here on Ember Helm, I got 5 points in the healing ones. Then you go into here so that this fires off first in round 2. And at the original, I only put 1 point in here. I maxed this one out, and I maxed this one out because this could be a lot of damage. You got 200% standard damage and a 50% chance to do an additional. Well, for that standard damage, you're going to have defense minus whatever percent, however many points you have in here, for that round. As long as this fires off first, it's going to help this skill. But if you put points in this skill and then this skill, it does nothing for you. You're going to get this boost on a normal attack instead of a skill attack that causes normal damage. And then I got a couple points in here just for first damage dealt. Oh, Machina, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why, but I kind of like this part. Wish it moved just a little bit quicker, but you have all these little pissant ships flying around shooting. Yeah, knew that was coming. Hogar. But I didn't do too bad. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, come on. He should annihilate me, but I still do quite a bit of damage. And these are things that I'm still wondering if they are bugged or not. Like the Ogrex strike craft damage received minus 4.5%. Does that work on others? Like the Siege says, Arco's strike craft, but it works on everybody. and then the heal. Yeah. And I got one more to do. And then I'm going to start doing the challenges. Is that a Resolute? I think that's a Resolute. I fought a Resolute already, and that was a little bit rough. How much damage are you getting round two? Okay, let me go into the reports after. Yep, toast. Let's see. Now, the the round two damage all depends on that 50%. So, let's go here. Round one. I mean, I jumped from 4,500 to there. That's 26,000, and then there that's 33,000. And I don't know how much damage I'm supposed to be putting out. Like, what's a good number? Okay, damage dealt is first. Pursuit, attack, inevitable carnage. Just standard damage. It's modified by initiative. Okay. It's granted recovery, and this is from 5 instances. So I recovered 2/3 of that. And then armor break. So it reduces his right here. 11,000 from armor break. Lucky shot is that one. Energy. Okay. So I okay, so lucky shot. Let me see this for a second. Against two enemy targets, the Rhino and the Morning Star. Okay, so it did attack once on the Rhino. It didn't get the second chance, but on the Morning Star, it got the second chance. Right there. No. Did it? Yeah, that would be it right there. So as you can see, that's a lot of physical damage compared to these physical damages on the Morning Star, which the defense is going to come into play on there. $30K for a skill is very good. 20K is average. Okay. But look how in this one I didn't even 50% to 80% energy damage. Right there. That's from the officer. So granted. Selective targeting. So this would be a counter attack, right? Round 13. Whoa. Which one is a frontal assault? Okay, this is the energy damage. 13,000. I got 18,000 there. So that's 31K from that frontal assault in total. Oh, yeah, okay. And Resolute didn't do much. Double Tap didn't do much. Yeah, so I've seen a couple Resolutes do really good, actually. But hey, I'm happy with that. Let me go back into Arena. I got 335 total victory points. I need 600 to get Wolf. Let's see. Commander Candy, Lion, Ograx Defender, Hank. Good job, Hank. I like Hank. And Isaac is in 6th. Wow. How are they getting so many fights? I don't don't think I've been paying attention. I don't think anybody's to bronze yet, though. Nope. Kurt is another one. 14, but Sir C in 21st. CC Master 22nd. Roaming Gnome. People I've been talking to quite a bit. Maz. Damn, Maz is way up there too. Rob. I think this, yeah, this one only goes to 50. Ooh, Care Bear's even up there. But 440 points, how much do I have? 335. And I've only tax 1.6, defense 1.5. Yeah, it's because I lose a lot. Okay, Unreal. Let's go into the challenge. Mjolnir. You lose a lot with your Star Weaver. Your Overlord's been messing with ciphers. Yeah, but not as many ciphers. Well, at least I've only faced, I think, 2 or 3. Okay. Oh, I didn't hit start. And I died. I don't know what I'm going to do to... Look at this. I don't even know what I'm going to do to pass these. I don't think I'm going to get them done. Because he's already at level 49. There's not much more increase I can do for him. I mean, I could try, once I put him back home, send him back home, try using a couple decoy units, see if that helps with against Mjolnir. And I failed against Hammerhead. Oh, come on. Look at that. Guess we're doing it again. Yeah, that is one thing, though, with this short season and Christmas. There's not much to do. Yay! Not much to do. Always need Hammerhead, because I do have Hammerhead. Mine's only Mastery 3, though. This is the guy I had the hardest time with on the first part of Unreal. The first set of people. So he just beat me. UDAF 4 egg. Yeah, I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Yeah, but this is the absolute best Ember Helm I can build. Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to put other units on them or what. Because PvP on tiles, Ember does a lot better mono stacked with the Morning Stars. But that Morning Star, that 10% heavy plating reduction isn't working. And I love doing Paladin bombs. Those things are so much fun. Especially being a smaller player. It's one way I can deal a lot of damage. But I can't wait. One thing that's going to be funny is more people are starting to find Paladin and get Paladin. So, yeah, there's nowhere even close on that one. So, one of the tricks people are finding is when a Paladin's coming at their Cypher for them to reset the skills. Well, some people using these Paladins are going to start filling the Paladins. So when they reset their skills on their Cypher, guess what? The Paladin's still going to beat them. I didn't even come close, did I? Yeah. Use your overlord. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I should though for Emberhelm. It's PvE. This is ridiculous. But I am going to try it just because this sucks. I want to get as many things as possible. See? It's like even. But, oh god, I hate corruptors. But one thing is, I'll show you their, I need to go into one of the reports. On the second part of the Unreal challenges, it is Unreal. Hey, I beat the corruptor. Yay. Um, take a look at their skills. Every skill is maxed out. And these, even though they are darkened, are in effect. Every skill maxed out. And then they got gold officers. Well, what was that one? I never even seen that. Power plus to effect modified by initiative stat. Of course, I also wish we knew what the scaling was for these. But yeah, every skill maxed out. What do I got? 25 here. I could max this one out, so that'd be 3. I can max out 4 or 5 skills total, and they max out all 12. I guess that's why they call it Unreal, right? So is everybody ready for Christmas? I mean, he only got 2 days. Luckily, I only really have to shop for my mom and like one or two of my friends. I'll get something small for. But I love decorating. Me and my mom, we go nuts on the house, and my friends used to say that Christmas threw up in our house. Okay, I think I only got 2 more to try, so I'll try them. And then I'm gonna go and send him home, and I'll put on decoys and see what the decoys do, if they help at all. How close was it? Not even. I should beat Widow. I think I'm gonna beat Widow. Yeah, that's what I thought. Widow's easy. I bet you I have at least half of my supply left. Oh, no. Just under. Okay. 3, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 total challenges I can't finish. That's going to drive me nuts. So, one thing, I'm going to give everyone advice because I screwed up. Look at my production on my titanium, and you see the rest of them. I have great production on all these. One of the reasons was I dropped every 150 titanium I had. Well, let me go in here, and it depends on how long the season lasts. But one of them is consume 300,000 construction for your battle pass. Well, okay, well I did that, but I had to exchange some of my resources to go into titanium. Titanium's not going to be that important for fighting, but it is if you want to complete your battle pass and keep doing some buildings. Just so you guys know. Probably shouldn't do this, but as you can see, they are headed towards us. Just need to hash out where. Yeah, I really shouldn't have done this, but oh well, it's here now. So, okay, so we'll be having some PvP with Arcos. Let me scroll out. I mean, what's it going to be, a Nova, or are we going to do something over here? If we do something over here, it's going to suck. Do they have any of these? Okay, so they have this. They have that. This opens up at level 10. So, where are we going to fight? Right here? Just in case. Let's go check and see if this fort is upgraded. Nope. But it's going to be. I think that was the crossing that I was hit and I did 250k on it. Because I did have two forts here at one point, plus this one that was in range. Oh, crap. Yay, no one took my 300. Let's see if I get double corrupted again. See, mine's only mastery 5. I can't even make it there yet. I think I'm doing good though on my ships. I mean, I got Emberhelm, Darkfang, and Cypher level 5s, and those are going to be the main ones. You know, I got Ember and Cypher can PvP. Darkfang is great at PvE, just like Emberhelm. I mean, I got Hammerhead at 3. I got Sylph, who I want to use for PvP, at level 5. And then that's it. Everybody else is low, but everybody else is just going to be Siege. Although some people using Resolute has kind of caught my eye. Loki looks like he would be a weird one to use, but yeah, kind of focusing on Hammerhead. I want Hammerhead to be included on my PvP. I'm going to open up some chests. I got 10, 11k. I got, let's see, it's 2k per, right? So I'm going to open up three of them 5 times. Okay. I'm going to do the good side. It's 2,000 gold. There's one, the first pool. Yay! I got another support officer. That alone, I'm okay with that pool. Okay, so, geez, how many axles am I going to get? Okay, so here we go. The last chest pool I'm going to do. Give me an invite. Of course, it's not working. Okay. No invite. I got another support. I got 2 more supports. I got 3 supports in 15 total draws. I don't care about anything else other than that. I am so freaking happy right now. So I got her, I think. Yeah, I got her, and then I got two of her. Move speed and ooh, heal. Effect modified by elemental. That's huge because every 2 rounds, 1 out 60%. Every 2 rounds, 7%, and then it would be that. But it's effect modified by elemental stat is something I have to test. So get in here, augment, team repair. Okay. One allied tradecraft. But this is all, but I'm going to use it just so that I can see. Hello? Okay. 28% is effect modified by elemental. So I'm going to see what the percentage is, hopefully in the report. But yay, I got 3 support officers. That is awesome. So either way, it's almost another um, enhance, or it's another refine, depending on which officer I'm using. So I'm so happy about that. Yeah, I think I got 10 axles. Now I'm kind of curious how many I have actually. Oh, no. It's in combat, right? Axles in combat. Yeah. So, I wonder which skill I got. Defense. So, we got 3 here. Now let's go look inside him. How many did I put in him? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 axles. So let's see. 10 axles. You got, that's 1, 1, 2, 2. So that's 6, and then 3, 9. So I could have fully refined axle. That makes it interesting. But I want a damage one. That does make it interesting. You have 17 at least. Well, I also bet that you have spent 17 times as much as me as well. I just bought that $5 pack for myself. Or the $10 pack for myself. Which one was it? Gold. Um, no, I bought the $20 pack. Oh shit. So I have probably spent close to $100 total on this game. I bought gold a couple times. And this definitely is interesting. Ooh, there's a Morgan. But I'm not. Oh. Let's check value real quick. Gold. Without the 2 times, the first time purchase, you get, for $20, you get 4,500. Here you get 5,500, then you get 3 drawing tickets, which are 400 gold apiece, so that's 1,200 plus this, which is 1,000. So you get an extra 2,400 gold worth, and you get Morgan. So there is a little bit of value in there. You can't argue that, as long as you've already done the gold. Him. All of these guys look the same. Yeah, I will never spend $50 on one thing. I mean, but even there, 12k gold. What's 12k gold over here? $50 here. You get 11.5. So you get an extra 500 just on gold. You get 2,000 gold worth of tickets. So that's an extra 2,500 gold for the $50, and then you get a gold officer. Like I said, there is some value in these, but it's kind of hard. I think it's better just to buy the gold with the first time bonus than some of these limited time offers. But this is kind of drawing me in right now because this is Morgan. Do I have Morgan right now? It would get me another refine. Like I said, I don't spend money on games, but that's kind of calling to me. Okay, let's take a look at the 300. Okay, Dread and Resolute. Combat logs. Oh, I finished it off around 4. Ooh, look at that increase. Round 2, I got an extra 50k damage in round 2, plus from them. Okay. Round three. What is Elizabeth's skill called again? Is it repair drone? No. Opening salvo. Second chance energy. Team repair, right? That is this one. Okay. But does it give me a percentage? No. 1600. Okay, so that gave 1600 on that one. Let me go into. I don't want the challenges. I want. I don't know if it's going to give it to me. There we go. Okay. So I got 1600 with the team repair, individual repair, details, combats. Let me. And it's at the end of the round, right? Target weapons. Or is it the end of round three? Wait a second. So this is round three. Individual repair, right? It did 1643. Hmm. And that's with that one. And that's at the end of round three. Didn't the other one fire off in round two? So Elizabeth fired off in round three. This one I think fires off at round two. I'm going to go here and scroll up. Nope. Okay, it does fire off round three. Yeah, right there. This is interesting to me. So team repair gets 1600. The individual got 1643. So it's pretty close to the same. Just for there. But this one will do that much to everyone if I run multiple ships. That's interesting. Because of that modification. Right here, the effect modified by elemental stat. Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but also at the same time, those two tiles, the defenders are completely different. I don't think it is filling the health completely because was it this one? The corruptor, like he, where's the other? Is it here? Yeah, because I received a lot more damage in the two fights. Like here, what is it? Round two, four, four, four. That's eight, and then so say 900 on that one. And then if I go in here and combat logs for round two, see if they only did what 7,000 damage, and the other one did 9,000. So it's not filling it all completely. Do you get what I'm saying? I think that 1600 was just the amount that it could do. So like I said, there's a lot different damage. 9,000 to 7,000 is a big difference when it comes to just the first two rounds before your heal. Actually, it's 3 rounds before your heal because it fires off at the end of round three. So 6, 7, 8,300, 8,500. And then if I go to this one, go to here. Yeah, I really think, I don't know. I don't think it's doing it to the fullest. So right here you got 7, 8, and 4, 12. Right here is another 1,000, 13,000. Got a lot more damage here, but it still only did 1,600. I think the math I did was the single heal. It's double over group heal. Hmm. I am not sure on that. But I can tell you one thing, though. I am still freaking stoked that I got the, what's it called? 3 supports on those pools. Do I just put the knight in there? Because the knight has, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because the knight has the evasion. So that wastes a couple attacks. And then just put 1 archer in there. Yeah, we'll try it. An error has occurred? What do you mean an error has occurred? Archer, knight. Oh, I don't want to refill. Oh, that's why. Because it ran out of supply. Okay. 2 hours? Well, Emberhelm's down for a while. That way I can try him on the challenges with the decoy, see if that makes a difference. Why are you not full? And then Cypher full. Yeah. Julia officers? For support? Who's Julia? No, that's Elizabeth. Lisa. Who's Julia? Who's Julia? Which Julia? Which one's Julia? I love Sarah. I really like Sarah though. That's Sydney. Oh, Lisa. Okay. Yeah, you're freaking me out. I'm like, Julia? Julia? Yeah, yeah, it's nice. I got her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 of her. And then I have how many Elizabeths? I got 2 out, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 Elizabeths now, too. So that is awesome. Now I just need a few more junk supports. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to call it a wrap here. We've been going on. We got the keep. We did some challenges. Did the arena. Chatted, figured out a couple stats on things. So, yeah, I'm going to end up dropping these 4 tiles and then having Sylph take all of them in a little bit. But, yeah, I'm going to call it for now. Oh, yeah, I'm getting tired. Well, we've been here for 2 hours. And I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. Brother Kays, Abraham, you both have been here quite a while. and I highly appreciate that. But yeah, I'm going to give out some gold on my next one. So, so thanks for being here, guys. And like I said, I hopefully we'll do one this weekend or next Monday. So, as always, make the most out of what you got.